All right, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to color this page by Karron. This is Sugarskull Grayscale. That is trickier to say than you would think. It is available on Etsy. I will put the link down below. Now, this is not a new image. It came out last year. However, I never got around to it, finishing it anyway. I tried a few things with it, never finished it. So this will be the color along or watch me color type that nobody asked for, but I'm gonna do anyway. So I don't know if I will complete the page, but I think I'm gonna work on a little bit of everything and see how it goes. If lots of people like it, I will continue on. If not, that's fine too. So the first thing I'm gonna do is her face. So I pulled, pardon the noise, I pulled Henna, Nectar, Peach, Light Peach, and I might add a little brown if I need it. And I think I might have accidentally put my brown away when I was clearing room for this color along. But I have sienna brown if, right here. Nope, that's burnt ochre. I have sienna brown if I shall need it. So to start with, I'm just going to take Henna, which is like a dark rosy color, very lightly, not adding a whole lot of it. I'm going to do the rest white, so just mainly just an outline here. Also going to come up here and do just the very edges of her neck and under her chin. So we have a really nice shadow going there. Okay, also going to add just a light touch right there. And I'm not going to outline her lips with that, just because these lips are going to be makeup, so I'm going to do them a little different. Okay, Nectar is my next color. And I'm going to pull that out a little bit. And I'm doing these both at the same time, so I can try to get them as symmetrical as possible, because I don't want one to look too different from the other. Part of Sugarskulls is the symmetry. It makes them so fancy and neat looking. Okay, how you want to do this face is up to you. I'm going to go ahead and bring this down. And I'm going to do the same right here. And I'm just kind of try to make them a little even. It just kind of makes it look like her face is shaped like the skull with the white makeup. That's the only reason I'm doing that. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Hopefully that ding wasn't too loud. I would edit it out if I knew how, but I'm not that fancy. I forget that do not disturb every time. Okay, same thing with the Nectar. I'm going to come down. Not doing the whole neck here. I am going to come down a little further right in the middle where her point of her chin would be kind of showing. Okay, this is that sienna I talked about. And this would be the new baby. Still learning the rules. No. He is getting braver in his new home, so he chases everything that moves now. Everything is prey. We are at that stage. Okay, just darkening the deepest shadows, because I feel like that henna got a little lost. So I'm just kind of darkening it. I'm going to blend it in. Don't want anything to stand out too much. Okay, gonna put a little line right here just to separate her face from that hair. And I'm not gonna work her whole neck. I might do that off camera because it will take me a little while. This is Peach. And as you can see, I'm leaving a little bit of highlight spot in there. making sure everything is blended nice and smooth. Okay, I'm actually going to add just a tiny dot of the sienna right there, just because I don't want this side to be darker than this side. Okay, and then light peach. And for now, I'm gonna call that good on her face. I'm going to do up here skin color as well, but I'm gonna do some major makeup up here and her lips as well. So I'm gonna leave that for now and kind of show you how I plan to do around her face. So this is blue slate. Okay, and I'm just gonna lightly in the shadows. I'm not gonna press hard because I don't want this to come out blue. I know it's blue, but white is never white, right? Snow is blue, gray, or purple. Fur is never just white. So this is our shadow color. So everywhere she has a little bit of shadow, we're gonna put this in. You can also do this with grays if you want, but I'm gonna do a big yellow flower right here at the top of her head and blue and yellow contrast. So even though this isn't a huge amount of blue, it's still gonna make that yellow pop just a little bit. Okay, I'm actually going to take out this henna I put right here because for some reason I thought that was skin, but I'm gonna do it as the white face makeup. Okay, outlining that lip a little. And come around this nose. Now we're gonna, whoa. Oh, I hear everybody whine when I move them. We're gonna contour this nose just like we were using regular skin colors, right? So we're gonna come in and go around. We're gonna come right in right here a little bit on the cheekbones. I am gonna outline the whole face where the makeup is in this. So I'm gonna come right along the peach right here. Again, I'm going to make sure I come in on this cheekbone. Okay, just getting under that nose. Again, don't press hard because we want to be able to blend this out and have like a smoky effect. We don't want any dark blue streaks or anything like that that are going to come off as weird. The goal is when we're done with this, we won't be able to see it. Okay, so I'm just darkening up a couple of the edges here. I'm just coming off that lip a little. And then looking up here, I kind of want to make sure, see, I come out to the second and go up. So if I'm coming this way, I'm going to come out to the second and I'm going to go up. Again, sugar skulls, that little bit of symmetry goes a long way with the effect of sugar skulls. That shadow a little there. Again on the cheekbones, make sure I got everything how I want it. The next color I'm going to take is okay, be careful with how close your putty beige and your 20% gray look. 20% cool gray. And I'm gonna go right over the top of the blue. It's gonna look a little dark at first, especially overlapping. I'm gonna come out a little ways with it, but I am gonna lighten it with white, so I'm not gonna worry about it just yet. If I need to erase a little of it out, I can, but I think we're gonna be okay. So I'm going over the nose. Now I am going to leave that white highlight down the nose, just like I would if we were using regular skin tones. Small circular motions. Okay, I want to make sure her forehead looks even. I don't want it to look like she's got a big head on one side or anything. Okay, her nose looks good so far to me. Again, I will tone this down with white, so it's looking real dark for white face paint right now, but it won't when we have the white over top. Okay, so the mouth part is going to be a little tricky because this is black face paint or whatever color you choose. So the paint doesn't necessarily have a shadow around it, but we want to make sure we get the nice shadow around the lips because the lips are going to stand out. They are not flat like the face paint. All right, so there is my face so far. Now I'm going to come in with that white. I'm going to make sure my white is a clean tip because I don't want to accidentally come in with any red or purple or anything I may have previously blended. Again, I'm going over the whole thing, small circular motions. And I'm just going to start at the edge and I'm going to pull my circulars outwards or inwards, however you want to look at it, until you can't really see the lines. And that you can see the difference on the side of the face. Let me pull it a little closer. You can just see it looks so much better with the white. So I'm just going to do that all the way around everywhere I put in this gray and blue. Now remember to be careful because we want this highlight on the nose. We don't want to pull in too much color and lose that highlight. Now, you don't even have to really use the blue if you don't want to. I personally just liked the look of it. Personal preference again. All these little designs on her face, I'm either going to use a fine point pen or a gel pen. So I'm not worried about covering them. I might take an eraser and take some of the wax off so that it doesn't make the pen write funny. But at this moment, I am more worried about getting a nice solid blend than covering those lines. Now, if you are doing this in a coloring book, be careful. I don't know about her paper, but I have noticed that in some of my books, my white Prismacolor will smear the ink. I don't know why, but I have noticed that the more I started using my white. I just decided to color that whole spot right there. Alright, so I'm going to come over here to this side. So around her lip, her top lip, I didn't do a whole lot of gray. I did do some blue, but I didn't want it to look like she had 5 o'clock shadow or a mustache above that lip. So I did kind of go about that a little bit careful with the gray. Right. So there's that much. Looking good, looking good. For the hair, I'm going to pull dark umber, light umber, and putty beige. That's why my putty beige is out. This looks like a weird combination, but it makes for very pretty hair. I'm going to try to pull you down a little closer for the hair just so you can see how I do it. So give me 1 second. Okay, hopefully that is a little more helpful. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my putty beige and the white lines she has already in, just the whitest parts. I'm just going to put a really light layer. And that's so if I accidentally hit it with my dark umber or my light umber, it won't affect my highlight. It'll lighten the pencil. And just so I can kind of have my highlights already built in when I come in with my other colors. To me, that is easier. If it is not for you, go your route. But on this type of hair, this is what I found works for me, is building my highlights in first. Okay. Dark umber. Now you can also come in with black for this area if you want. And use black as your deepest color. Right now I'm going to work with just the umber. On the hair itself, I'm going to try to keep not getting that on the face, but I'm going to try to keep with the kind of flicky motion, which works way better with a super fine tip. Okay, same thing with up here. And again, I won't do all this hair on camera, just enough to give you the effect. Like I said, I don't think this is going to be a wildly popular color along like some of the other ones I've done. This one is just more because I had already had it all planned out. There's a couple things I needed to work on, and then the channel trouble started, so I never got to it. So I was like, this year I am going to get this page done. And if I'm gonna play with some pretty colors and some hair and some skin, I might as well show how I did it. All right, light umber, same thing, super sharp tip, always helps. My poor umber. Right over the dark I've put in and out a little further. I'm kind of quiet when I'm doing this. Concentration, concentration. Okay, just kind of looking around here, seeing. We can always come back in with our dark. It's easier to add more than to take away. This is the philosophy I love to live by with coloring. Works in lots of other things, but it is a great one for coloring as well. Because it is way easier to come back and add more than it is to try to erase a color out. Okay, and then for the magic trick, my highlight color, putty beige. And you're going to say that looks funny. And yes, it does. But we're going to darken it just a little. And there is the magic. All those little streaks we worked so hard to put in pop right out. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so same thing with this little section right here. I do this part section by section just because this is kind of where I do my alterations and my fix-ups and any spots I don't like or colors I don't like. You'll see a couple funky spots pop out as you go. Okay, I am going to add a little more of my dark right here. Again, streaking. I don't want to come in and scribble now. I'm going to darken this little section. Now, if you like to work backwards with your darkest to lightest, you can do that, or lightest to darkest. I guess it's not really backwards, it's your preference, but that works well too. Okay, I always, anytime I come back and put in this dark brown umber, I'm going to come back with the light. I'm going to add a couple like darker streaks there. There we go. That makes me happier. Okay, so right here you can see a little shadow of a hair. I'm going to do that in my light umber. Right here I'm going to come in with my dark and I'm going to streak. This is where you can also, I will show you quickly for those of you that want to use black. Very light touches, do not scribble your black in. We don't want to really see the black. We just want it to darken it in certain spots. Okay, so pulling this hair down a little. Okay, putty. And if this is too big of a highlight and it looks weird, you can always pull your colors down more. But I kind of like the big highlight look, personal. Again, we're gonna taper down that beige a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna come back in. Kind of pulling that color out a little further and up. Again, anytime I come in with the dark, I'm going to come back with the light. And I am just going to work that same system all the way down the rest of her hair. So again, not going to do the whole thing. I'm going to hop up to flowers. And then I feel like that'll be a little bit of everything. I am cutting it close on time, so we will see. I'm going to pull dark purple, pomegranate, and processed red. So obviously dark purple is going to come in my shadow areas and be my darkest color. I'm going to add a tiny dot up here, not a whole lot. If you want to work it one petal at a time, you can. That is usually what I do. But for the sake of time, okay, just pulling that out a little further. Again, fuzzy edges so our colors blend together. And 3-color rule. I have used 3 colors on everything, if I count the white anyway, which I do. call it the 3-color rule and the 7-color rule. Always use 3 colors when possible. Do not use more than 7. That doesn't mean, you know, shades. It just means 7 completely different colors. All right. Okay. Pomegranate is going to turn this purpley flower into a nice bright pink. I do see the little flower hiding down here. He's going to probably be teal. Okay, I'm going to make sure that this stays shadowed. And you can do that as at the end as well, but I just like my darks to stay dark. All right, process red. This is going to make this flower super pretty, super bright. Sugar skulls usually have nice, bright, popping, vibrant colors, so we're going to go ahead and bring this flower to life here. Circular motions. Try to get all the way to the edge of this flower without coloring her hair. Okay. This petal right here, I'm going to come along with my brightest color right on the edge, but then I'm going to bring in this pomegranate and I'm going to darken right here. I'm going to make sure that shadow stays there so that that petal sticks out. All right. So that is going to be the basic theme of this whole flower. And this flower over here will match, just in case any of you are following along. Of course, you can do your own thing, but just in case you're wondering my plan. I don't know if I will get all my flowers in on this video, but I will try. Okay, again, just making sure my darks stay dark. Putting that bright in on the edge. And that pomegranate to kind of separate it from everything else going on. And I will come back and blend all that a little better. But quickly, I am going to show you my turquoise. So these are cute and little, so it should be fairly quick. I'm going to turn my page a little. Hopefully you can still see. I am going to pull peacock blue, cobalt turquoise, aquamarine, and light aqua for this flower. Peacock blue is going to be my darkest. Not a whole lot darker than cobalt, but it does give it a nice tinge of blue, which again matches my little bit of theme I got going on here and bounces off this pink beautifully as well. I'm going to go around this very light, very thin line if you can. Pull it up. Very careful in the center of the flower here. Don't want to lose our details. Alright, just like that. Guess I should probably do this one over here. Now if we need more, we'll come back and add it. Make sure we got a little bit of fuzzy lines for blending. Okay, cobalt. again, they're about the same as darkness, but this one lets the other colors blend into the peacock better. So everywhere I put that dark blue, I'm going over with cobalt. Okay, light aqua. Not going all the way up to the edge. This is a 4-color combo here, so remember we have another color to go. Gotta make sure I'm still recording. I forget to watch, and then sometimes it cuts me off and I keep going and I don't know where it cut off at. All right. Right here, I'm gonna use a little of this. All right, and then the beautiful light aqua. Now I am going to work on blending these a little better because that is very important with flowers. Flowers don't have any weird blending spots usually. They're one of nature's perfect little pieces. So circular motions. And I will come back in with my dark and touch this inside up a little bit. Kind of just racing against the clock here. Okay, so coming back in with that nice dark blue. Got washed out a little. Just kind of putting in any lines that got washed out. That is going to be my turquoise flower. Okay, quickly I will do a couple petals of the yellow. I'm not going to have time to do the full thing, but this will give you a sense of where my page is going. This is Spanish orange. This is my darkest. So shadowing. I'm not going to bring it up real far because I'm not going for a dark yellow flower at all. Not what I want. Canary yellow, which is a nice bright sunny yellow. Not going all the way to the top. Oh, but somewhere I got red. So we're going to blend that out. There's something on my finger smearing things. Okay, so I will have to come back in and actually I'm going to sharpen real quick in case it is something on my pencil. Okay. And then we're going to take cream and we're going to go over the whole thing. Now, this will look a little weird because the tips of the flowers, you can see the lines. So normally I wouldn't go over them with another color, but because they are so dark and I'm using cream as the edge of my color, I'm just gonna kind of drown them out with the yellow or the Spanish orange a little bit. And the Spanish orange and this turquoise are gonna be beautiful together. So just like that. So touch up if I need to. Just make sure you leave room for that cream. We really want this cream to shine through. All right, so let me pull you out. So there is our page so far. I am pretty happy with it. It does look a little weird with her hair half done and her neck not colored and my flower not finished all the way, but that's okay. I will be working on it and finishing it up. Hopefully I can have it done before the end of the month and you can see it in my completed pages. If you want me to continue on this page on video, please let me know. I will give it a little while for comments to kind of filter in and see what people say. If not, I will go ahead and finish it off camera. But yeah, questions, comments, requests, please let me know, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.